Happy Wednesday Wellness! Woohoo!
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
We're midway through the week.
We're actually recording on a Wednesday too.
Who would have thought?
Actually, Wednesday Wellness.
Actually, Wednesday Wellness, when you see us.
Yep. So, we're talking about developmental delays today.
And your kiddos. You know, that's a big stressor, I think, in
Absolutely.
parents. You know, you have your baby, and then, like, are they meeting all their milestones?
Yeah, yep.
Are they delayed? How much are they delayed? And, like, parents are on top of that.
Yes, absolutely.
Worried. Big question always. Like, they're not rolling over yet. Sitting up.
Yeah, I feel like the parents are usually more concerned about it than, like, the pediatricians,
Right.
too. So, like, a lot of parents will, like, bring these concerns, and then the pediatrician will be like, well, you know, we can wait, or we can, like, you know, kind of wait and see.
Well, they always say wait and see.
Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see what happens. We're not worried about it until, you know, this time.
Right,
Like,
yep.
Usually. So, but I'd say the big delays we see or hear about, rolling over, sitting up,
Yeah.
crawling.
Yep.
Still a milestone.
A lot of motor stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
especially in like those first couple of months to the first year, a lot of like motor stuff. So like bringing hands together for play. I just talks about this all the time too, our OT. And so yeah, the rolling over, the crawling, the being able to hold head up, the like being able to sit up on their own, having that enough strength to do that, and then progressing then to like pulling up, standing, walking. Speech, yep, that's a big one too. And even like, you know, that all kind of starts with like latching and food and stuff
so
like
much.
that too.
It all goes back. So, what we're here to talk about is like how chiropractic care can help, and how sometimes it's usually like the mislink. Like maybe you've done OT, you've done PT, you've done speech, you made progress, and then it's kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
So like, what else is missing? How can we help?
Yes, yeah. So a lot of people think to go to the therapies first, which isn't a bad thing because like we're looking at motor stuff, so we're like, okay, well, you know, the missing link must be like we need to do OT or we need to do PT to like help with this motor stuff. We need to do speech language to help with the speech and stuff, or swallowing or eating or any of those things. But how neurological development starts, I made a little diagram here that we're Rach is going to hold it for us. So this is how, like, hierarchy of neurodevelopment is how it's laid out. I hope this isn't going to be backwards.
Well,
in the video.
It probably will be, but listen closely.
Listen closely. Try to read it backwards if you can. So here, this is where we're looking at those developmental milestones, is that neuromotor system. And so you can see, like, our therapies and options for care, PTOT, speech language pathology, that
which are
kind
all
of
great.
stuff.
Like we
that's
have
all
people
great.
going to them all the time. We refer to them all
For
the time.
sure. But like Dr. Rachel was saying, sometimes you start those therapies and then we plateau and we're not sure why. It's because our autonomic nervous system isn't balanced. And so what we need first is to make sure this autonomic nervous system is regulated, that we're not stuck in that fight or flight. And the only way to get out of that really is with a neurofocused chiropractor.
Can I interject a minute?
Yeah.
Neurofocus, what we do.
Yeah.
And you might be like, why is my kiddo's autonomic nervous system messed up anyways? Why? Like, well, as we talk about always, this usually starts pregnancy.
Yeah.
Stressful pregnancy. Did you have a stressful pregnancy? I personally had a stressful pregnancy. Twin pregnancy. Stress. All of a sudden, right?
Yep.
Stressful pregnancy. Maybe there were incidences in your pregnancy. A parent died or something. You know, you lost a job. Stressful event.
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Really stressful pregnancy.
So that was a big one. Yeah. That we saw a lot. So
and then,
maternal stress is what is going to like start that set point off in that fight or flight, in that sympathetic dominant state.
Yes. And then birth trauma.
Yep. So birth trauma too feeds into this next one too. So breech presentation, birth trauma, falls, poor posture, like that's a lot of like that neuromotor system. So these are the stressors that are going to affect how that neuromotor controls. So this feeds basically right into these stressors. And then this is kind of the hierarchy for like things that we can do in order to help regulate that.
Yeah. And so birth trauma, we think of, C-section, breech, maybe vacuum, assist, forceps, but it can also just be a pretty natural birth.
Yeah.
This can be traumatic on baby and really push that baby into fight or flight.
Absolutely.
State.
I mean, just like the process of birth, the muscle contractions,
Yep.
the muscle contractions, even just like when you're having contractions and during labor can be really stressful on the baby's body. It's stressful on mom's body too.
Yeah. So long labors, short labors. They all you push for 3 hours, you push for 5 minutes. Like we see that stress show up in our scans all the time.
And then babies are often pulled out by their head too.
Yeah.
So that puts a lot of strain and stress on the neck and upper cervical area too.
So that kind of starts the whole perfect storm, as we like to say. And then usually those babies maybe were really colicky. Maybe they had latching issues, like we said. Maybe they were constipated. Maybe they had reflux. Like
maybe they were either really tight tone or really low tone.
Yeah, maybe they're tight tone. They already hold their head up at 3 days old. Like, that's not great. We shouldn't be doing that.
Exactly.
It's a milestone they shouldn't be meeting.
Maybe they're really floppy babies and take a longer time to like progress with that neuromotor control. And so all of those things are factors, and really the only way to address them is like by getting them checked for subluxation.
Right.
By doing those scans to make sure their nervous system is functioning as well as it can. And then once we're there, then doing the PT, the OT, all of those other things is so much more beneficial, and it like works synergistically. So then their results are way better. So.
Yeah, like their brain body can communicate. Their nervous system isn't in a fight or flight state. If you're in a fight or flight state, they're not worried about.
Yeah, you can't learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your body's just in a survival state.
Exactly. Yep.
And so it's much harder for those therapies to work. So, one, if your kiddo you think has any delays right now and they've just been like wait and see, always get your kids checked first, like get them under care. 2, if you've been in therapies and you've seen progress but things have delayed, also bring them in. Get them checked.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean like your therapy is not working. It just means their body's not ready for it, right? So like we work
really closely with an OT in our office.
Yeah.
We love OT.
Yeah,
like,
we OT, PT, like all those
speech.
therapies are so important, but at the right time.
Yes.
And so like the right time is like make sure nervous system's regulated, and then all of those therapies are going to be so beneficial.
Yeah, and I was just talking with our OT today. She had a baby and we both work with. She's like, oh, she saw him first. Like his sacrum's really tight. We need to get him up and crawling. Can you work on him too? Yeah. Great. See, work together.
Great. Yeah.
Great. Work together. Or remember, didn't she send you a patient that wasn't crawling? It was like one adjustment.
Oh yeah.
She'd been seeing him for a long time.
Yeah, because she was already like doing a lot of the work with it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like, it's not like, oh, we have to start all over again.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we have building blocks there. We just need to put them in the right order.
Right.
So, it's...
Yeah, and then like, oh, adjust it. Oh, he can crawl. Great.
Yeah. And then it can be that.
I mean, that's not every case, but it's like, okay, they've done a lot of work. Let's get that extra oomph that they need. Get that nervous system. Get that brain body connected.
Get that brain body connected, and then put all the building blocks in the right places. Yeah.
So we're here to help. So as we always say, if you see us from this video and you call to schedule your scheduled appointment, let us know. You can get your exam half off.
Yep.
Okay. Have a great day.
Have a great Wednesday.